Hi, Jeff Bale from Flash Evolution. Been in the business world for a lot of years and learned a lot about business and mostly by being around successful people. Probably one of the best ways to learn. One of the problems with today's world is the formula changed, but nobody told me. Mom and dad gave me a formula that was really handed down from their parents. It went something like this. Go to school and then behave and respect others and those in authority. Get good grades. Graduate from high school and then college. Go to college. Learn a profession. Get good grades. Graduate college. Get a job. And work hard and long hours to get promoted because that's what you need to do. Throw a lot of time at it. Usually end up getting married somewhere in there. Usually the first thing you want to do is buy a house because everybody tells you don't want to throw away money for rent because there's no tax deductions. And then of course you have kids. And then of course the formula kind of concluded with work 40 years for the pension and retire and live out the golden years. It was a great formula except that everything, the world underneath us all has changed. And that's where we want to talk about today. Through Flash Evolution, I'm kind of handling our entrepreneurial department, and we're going to encourage you to start a business for yourself and get into that. So the problem was with this list of formula that started with one of them that talked about going to college. The problem with college today is that sometimes by the time you graduate in today's world, there are jobs that didn't even exist when you started. And so how do you prepare for that? Things have definitely changed a lot in the educational arena and certainly in how we apply the education. Today, bachelor's degree are the new high school degree. So everybody has one. So you don't really stand out with a bachelor's degree. So now you really have to have a master's degree to get an edge. And of course, we are kind of taught the philosophy, you need to buy a house as soon as you can, and you end up being a slave of debt. Debt is certainly can make a person a slave. You do get some tax deductions, but recently we went through a real estate bubble, and we realized that if you bought a house during that period, that maybe now your house is worth less than what you paid for it. So you are, as they say, underwater. So in that situation, you have some debt that's underwater, and say you had an opportunity to move for a new job. Sometimes people have been held and they can't move because they can't sell their house because it's underwater. So debt can be a real problem. So that's another formula changes. People have kids. Kids are wonderful. I've got 3 of them. I've got 5 grandchildren. The cost of raising them and educating them in the future is astronomical, amazing. And then, of course, they talked about working 40 years and getting a pension. Really, today, in today's world, that just doesn't happen. They say those entering the workforce may change jobs 7 to 10 times in their career. And they'll probably have to retire without a pension because those have gone away now. And we have 401ks that have supposed to have been replaced. But defined benefits, pensions, are pretty much history. And then, of course, save as much as you can. But unfortunately, today's 401k has become people's 201k. 2 major recessions in the first decade of 2000. Major health care reform, and we have yet to see the impact of that. So things are definitely changing. It was a great formula, except that the world underneath us has changed. So what's the reaction? The reaction is you must change. You can't sit by and wait and do nothing today. So my advice to you is go to myflashevolution.com and check out our videos on entrepreneurship because we want to encourage you to be an entrepreneur. So evolve with us as we expose you to experts that will be teaching you how to change and how to go from A to B quickly and expertly. Again, Jeff Bale from Flash Evolution.